How's it going, everyone? It's Jepse. I know it's been a while since I last uploaded, but for those that have been keeping up with my shorts, social media posts, sound test, those commenting about when the next video is, or even those that are keeping track of my subscriber count, y'all are truly the best. Thank you guys so much for the constant support on all my videos, whether a couple months back to even now. It's been a rough couple of weeks, it's been a hectic couple of months, but I'm trying to slowly ease my way back into posting regularly, whether it be on my socials or predominantly my YouTube channel. I am gonna try to be as consistent as I can, but you know, I want to make sure that I can still provide and produce the best content for you all, and I do have a lot lined up. Trust me when I say that this time, but this is going to be the first video that I put out after a while, and it's going to be a board that I kind of put out on social media. It's the Womier K66, the super RGB stacked acrylic 65% with south facing LEDs, which is amazing for anyone that likes cherry profile keycaps. And so with south facing LEDs, there's no interference with any kind of keycaps and any kind of switches, so basically you can use anything you like. So it's really good, especially for the price, and it being kind of like a big RGB thing. I personally didn't like RGB as much, you know. This board is a little touching kind of the RGB overload, for me at least. However, I give credit where credit's due, and I think they did this really well. The Womier is very known for its nice blended RGB, especially the diffusion throughout the acrylic board. So, you know, I can't really hate on it, and I actually think this build came out really nice. It looks really good on camera, but in person, I think it looks just as good. One thing that I didn't show off in this video that Womier does really well with their board and software are the preset RGB lights. There's a load of different presets that are already available to you right outside the box. So just play around with that, try to find what you like, especially something that kind of matches your keycap set, or if you want to go full RGB, you could do so. The first thing that I always love to do, obviously, is work on the stabilizers, and here we kind of go through the same motions for most of the plate mount stabilizers that we work with many of these boards. Take them apart, I lube the housings, and I clip the stems. I also lube the stems and then put dielectric grease on the stabilizer wire, and that's pretty much it. On my previous videos, I have a more in-depth guide on how I do that specifically. So again, this keyboard is mounted and put together by a handful of screws in the back. They're all housed in the back right underneath, so there's none that show on top or anything like that. So taking this apart, right underneath the bottom layer, there is the PCB. And then we have the quote-unquote, you know, acrylic plate with some separators there. I decided to do 2 layers of tape. This mod is a little bit easier because, of course, it's not tray mounted, so the screws don't go into the PCB at all. So there's no, you know, any extra holes I need to drill into there. And I also went ahead, and if I was going to do the tape mod, Tempest mod, I might as well do the PE foam, right? Try to bring out some more of those higher pitched sounds with the board. I did end up using Gateron Milky Reds. I went ahead and put that in for the person that I was building this keyboard for. I didn't want to go with the Milky Yellows. I wanted to try out some of the other variants that Gateron had for their Milky series, and so I tried the reds, and it also really matched the keycap set that we chose today. So we went ahead and just put all the screws in after we did the tape mod and the Tempest mod and the PE foam mod. We just screwed the case back together, and then we are going to go ahead and start working on those switches. So this is the ideal setup for how I lube switches. Again, sometimes ideal isn't always what's practical, or rather what's ideal doesn't always come as neat as this, but I do have a glorious lubing station with I think a KBD fans like switch opener over there and a Kinetic Labs palette for the lube. Obviously I used Krytox 205G0 on the housing, the stems, and for the springs I used 105G0 Krytox as well. So once all of those are done, I went ahead and threw on the keycaps, and today we're going to be using clones of the GMK soya milk from AliExpress, and these look really nice on the acrylic board. Although there is no shine through of the RGB through the keycaps, I think just the fact that the whole board is acrylic accentuates the nice colors that soya milk already brings. So yeah, and let's roll the sound test. So all the subscribers, new and old, thank you guys so much. Please stay tuned. I have so much more online. It's just always nice knowing that when I come back to YouTube after a short little break like that, I have dedicated viewers and an amazing community that'll welcome me with open arms. So thank you guys so much for being so supportive, and see you in the next one.